Yo, what's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Tax-Free Living, where I teach entrepreneurs just like you how to live tax-free. I'm your host, Carter Cofield, guys, and guess what? It is tax season. So I understand how important it is for me getting you all these videos and getting you all this information so that we can live tax-free in 2023. So the first thing I need you to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share these videos with somebody that you know. I know you have family members that need help with taxes. I know you have friends that need help with taxes. I know you have business partners that need help with taxes. I'm your resource for all tax information. So let's get it, y'all. We have a phenomenal episode today, and the title of today's episode is the top 5 tax mistakes that business owners make. Now, guys, these are the 5 most common mistakes I see when I talk to entrepreneurs, and these mistakes are costing you all thousands of dollars in taxes. Okay, so I'm gonna give you all the 5 mistakes, and then I'm gonna give you all remedies on how to not make these mistakes again. Okay, I got you. So let's get right into it, y'all. So mistake number 1 is having the wrong entity. I can't tell you how many business owners I talk to, and some of them, like, if I'm being honest, like, can I keep it a buck with y'all? Like, a lot of them don't have an entity in place, and having no entity counts as having the wrong entity. Okay, so I'm gonna give you all what I call my business entity flowchart, which is an easy system to understand which entity is best for you depending on where you are in your business. Okay, so the moment you say, like, I'm a business owner, like, you're a sole proprietor, right? You don't have to file any paperwork. You don't have to do anything. You're automatically a sole proprietor. If you say, hey, I'm a business owner today, guess what? You're already a sole proprietor, right? And I'm okay with you being a sole proprietor while you're still brainstorming your business idea. Now, before you start the business, I want you to incorporate your business into a LLC, okay? And the reason we want to set up an LLC before we start the business is because the LLC helps us with asset protection. Once we set up our LLC, we separate ourselves from the business, okay? So if somebody wanted to sue us for our product not working the way we said it would, or our service not being as good as we said it would, like, they can only sue us for what's in the business. They cannot touch us personally. So LLCs help us tremendously with asset protection. So I want you to set up the LLC before you start the business. Now, you can stay at LLC for a while. Like, I want you to rock out that LLC until you start making over $40,000 in net income, okay? Until you start making over $40,000 in net income. Once you start making over 40K in net income, it's time for you to upgrade from an LLC to an S corporation, because S corporations help you save tremendously on self-employment taxes. So it's that simple, guys. Like, when you're still brainstorming your idea, you can be a sole proprietor. Don't have to do anything to file that. Before you start the business, I want you to file your LLC, getting your articles of incorporation. Now, stay at LLC until you start making over $40,000 in net income, then upgrade to an S corporation by filing Form 2553. It's that simple. So now you all know how to have the right entity. So if you don't have the right entity now, go and fix it in 2023 so you can start living tax-free. Let's get it. So that's mistake number 1, and we now know how to fix it. So mistake number 2, guys, and, like, let me just say this. If you love me as a person, if you love me as your tax advisor, right, you won't make this mistake anymore after you watch this video, okay? If you love me, you'll fix this immediately after you watch this video. And mistake number 2 is not having a business bank account. Guys, I speak to a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'm not gonna call out any names. I'm just keep it a buck with you all. I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of entrepreneurs are operating their business out of their personal account. That is what we call no bueno, right? I'm living in Medellin, Colombia right now. That's what we call no bueno. And the reason it's no good is because when we're operating our business out of our personal account, we are doing what's called commingling funds. And if we commingle funds, if we get sued, the judge can do what's called piercing the corporate veil, which is dissolving our entity in the courtroom and letting the person sue us personally. Because just because you have an entity set up, just because you have an LLC, if you're not treating it as a separate entity from yourself, they can pierce the corporate veil and still sue you personally. So we want to make sure that we have our business bank account set up and we're operating our business out of that business bank account. Now, if you want to know the best business bank accounts to have and how many you need and what the purpose of each account is, check out my previous video on the best business bank accounts for business owners, and you'll know which banks are best, how many accounts you need, and the purpose of each account. So that video will be linked in the show notes and probably on the screen somewhere. So get your business bank account set up. If you don't have it set up, pause this video, go do it right now, okay? Because guys, it's a big mistake and I don't want to see you all making it in 2023, okay? So mistake number 3, and this mistake, guys, is costing you all tens of thousands of dollars. Like, this one mistake is costing you tens of thousands of dollars, and I want you to stop it today, right? And mistake number 3 is not understanding the tax write-offs that you're entitled to take in your business, okay? IRS Code Section 162A states, any expense that is ordinary and necessary for you to operate your business is a tax deductible expense, okay? Again, say that again for the people in the back. Some of y'all might have missed that. Any expense that's ordinary and necessary for you to operate your business is a tax deductible expense within your business. Now, let me ask you a question. Who gets to decide whether an expense is ordinary and necessary? That's a good question. We, the business owner, get to decide if an expense is ordinary and necessary for us to operate our business. So like, for example, I'm a content creator. So me getting expensive cameras, expensive secondary monitors, expensive screens, lighting, me spending tens of thousands of dollars on camera equipment is ordinary and necessary for my business. Now, if I was a construction worker, spending $10,000, $20,000 on camera equipment might not be ordinary and necessary. But again, we get to decide whether something is ordinary and necessary at the nature of our business. So guys, you need to understand your business and what expenses are tax deductible. Like, some expenses are tax deductible to every business. Meals are tax deductible to every business as long as you talk business at the dinner table. Travel, as long as it's business travel, you're able to write off travel on your taxes as a business expense. Automobiles, if you use your car in your business, you're able to write off a portion of your automobile expenses. Your rent, if you have a home office. If you have a home office and you have a dedicated space where you work in your home for your business, you get to write off a portion of your rent and your mortgage every single year. What we don't know is costing us a fortune, okay? What we don't know is costing us a fortune. So we have to understand all of the tax deductions that we're entitled to take as business owners, okay? So mistake number 4, guys, we got to stop doing this, okay? This is what we call shooting yourself in the foot, okay? This is what we call shooting yourself in the foot. And mistake number 4 is doing your own taxes. If you're a business owner, I guarantee you, you're going to cost yourself more in mistakes than you would paying somebody to do your taxes for you. Not to mention, paying an expert to do your taxes is a tax deductible expense. So don't play yourself, okay? Hire an expert to do your taxes for you, save time, and enjoy the tax write-off. And mistake number 5, y'all, I understand this, but like, we have to no longer do this. So mistake number 5 is not filing taxes on time. Now, I get it. A lot of you business owners out there, you're scared of the tax bill that you're gonna potentially have. So instead of filing your taxes, you just kind of bury your head in the sand and look away, right? Let me teach you a very important lesson. The penalty for not filing your taxes is worse than the penalty for not paying your taxes. Like, let me say that again. The penalty for not filing your taxes is worse than the penalty for not paying your taxes. So even if you can't afford to pay your tax bill, still file your taxes. You can set up a payment plan later or whatever, but the penalty for not filing is worse than the penalty for not paying. So file your taxes on time. So those are the top 5 mistakes that business owners make, and you're no longer gonna make that mistake because you watched this video. Now, if you enjoyed this, again, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with somebody. It's tax season. I'm here to help every single one of you all live tax-free in 2023. All right, y'all, see you in the next video. Today was fun. Let's get it. Peace.